If your husband did exactly what you told him to do, he wouldn't be your husband anymore, he'd be your child. Now, I know you don't want that. So how do you actually influence your husband? See, most women now fall into the trap of constantly telling their husband what to do. They want it done their way because somehow it's better. Well, it's not better, it's just different. And often in our culture now, what women don't realize is they're speaking to their husband from a very non-effective place. And that place is when you're in your masculine state. Now, masculine and feminine states are very misunderstood in our culture. We've got the idea completely wrong. So when a woman is in her feminine state, she has massive influence over her husband at a hormonal level. So when he's in his masculine state, it completely affects any woman's levels of oxytocin and hence connection. She feels more connected to him. Equally, his cognitive understanding of what she needs completely changes. Equally, if you're in your masculine state, there are low levels of oxytocin or connection to your husband. See, 93% of communication is non-verbal. It's not the words that we're using. They're absolutely minimal in terms of effectiveness in communication. So when you say or complain that your husband is not listening or is not doing what you ask him to do, what you're really saying is, my words are non-effective. My words are not giving me the result that I want. That's because there's 7% of the communication. You're not in the right state. And when you're in the right state, your level of connection to him is extremely high. He feels connected to you, and he wants, therefore, to do what you're asking him to do. And I'm not saying he's going to do everything you ask him to do. However, he's going to be in a far more receptive state to hear, really hear, and be present to what you're saying. And if you think about it, isn't that exactly what you want? Don't you want your husband to be completely there and present for you when you want him to be? Because it's not about him doing what you tell him to do, right? In fact, if you're really honest with yourself, you want him to lead emotionally. You want him to be already on what needs to be done rather than you have to tell him what to be done, correct? Well, this misunderstanding is now epidemic in our relationships in the 2020s. And it causes massive problems and massive arguments. Why doesn't he do what I ask him to do? Well, no, actually, what you want is, why doesn't he just do what should be done? And why doesn't he know what should be done? Well, he's shut down. He's probably been going through years of you pointing out what he's not doing, what he should be doing, and how he should be doing it. And you've turned him into a child rather than a man and your husband. And I'm not blaming women here. You can take what I'm saying as blaming women. No, what I'm doing is correcting a cultural massive problem that we have. And what I'm saying is there's a better solution to that in you being able to communicate with him and effectively get him to do what needs to be done around the house. And that comes not from the words that you're speaking, it comes from this state. Now, if you're not sure how to be in the feminine state, or you find it difficult to be there a lot of the time, as most women do now, like 95% of women are in the masculine state most of the time, feeling like they have to step up, handle all, deal with everything, and they do that from their masculine state. Now, if you're a woman and listening to this, I know you know what I'm talking about. If you're a guy, you probably have no idea and what the hell is this guy going on about. That's okay. You can learn the difference. And as men, now we really don't have an idea. So, ladies, if you don't want your husband to be your child, change this around, learn how to be in the feminine state.